Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing great. This is the second video in array series and the problem is second largest. Let's see what the problem is. Given an array, return the second largest element from the array. And if you see second largest distinct element. Okay, this is very important word distinct. If the second largest doesn't exist, return -1. Okay. So if you see in this array, right, the largest element is 35 and the second largest is 34. So we have to return the second largest. So we return 34. Okay. Here if you see that 10, there are two elements and the largest is 10 and there is no second largest. So we will return -1. Okay. If you have solved largest element, which we have done in the previous video, you can try solving the second largest and think like how we can do it. So see guys, whenever you like, let's say you have to find second largest, you have to find third largest, fourth largest. So whenever you will encounter something like this, the first thing which comes to your mind is that why can't we sort it, right? Let's sort the array. So we can sort it in ascending or descending order. Here I will be sorting it in like let's say descending order. So we sort it in descending order, that is highest to lowest. Okay. So I will sort it. So once sorting, after sorting, it will be 35, 34, 12, 10, 1 and 1. Okay. Now it's pretty simple. The largest is this one and the second largest is this. So I will just simply, in the output, I can give ARR of 1. Okay. What if array is something like this? 12, 35, 35, 10, 34 and 1. Now if I sort this array in descending order, it will be 35, 35, 34, 12, 10 and 1. Now here can you return again ARR of 1 as second largest? No, you cannot. Why? Because they have said they want distinct element. Okay, they want distinct element. So you cannot give 35 again because 35 is the first, right? And you have to give distinct element. So you have to see, okay, that like this is the largest until this largest comes. Now whatever the next element, that is the second largest. So one way of finding this is using sorting. Like we can do sorting. Okay. But again, this will not be the optimal approach. What do you mean by optimal? Optimal means the best logic or best approach. Right? We have to give the best approach in the interview. So this is not the best approach because sorting time complexity is n log n. Okay. If you are not aware of sorting algorithms, I would highly recommend my sorting playlist in which I have discussed all the 5 sorting algorithms. You can see that. So since the time complexity is n log n, and if you see in the problem, right, they are asking us to solve it in O of n. So we will see how we can solve this in O of n. Okay. Let me quickly write the array. It's 12, 35, 1, 10, 34, 1. 12, 35, 1, 10, 34, 1. Okay. So is the next approach which I thought was, which is the optimal one. We can take two variables. One is first and other is second. Initially give both -1 as the value. Okay, I will now iterate this array. Iterate means just traversing the array. So I will be initially 0. I will come here. So what I will do, let me just quickly do indexing also. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I is representing the index. Okay, so see. When I will reach to any element, I will check whether 12 is greater than the first. 12 is greater than the first, right? I will update first to be 12. If this is the case, okay, a first will become ARR of I, which we have done. Okay, let's move forward. You will understand, don't worry. I will become 1. Okay. Now, what is ARR of I? So whatever here is, this will be ARR of I. Okay. ARR of I is now 35. Is 35 greater than the first? First is 12. Yes. So, now first will become 35. ARR will become first. That is ARR was 35. So, 35 will become first. Now we move forward. Okay. Now again, what is ARR of I? ARR of I is 1 and first is 35. Is 1 greater than 35? No. Now after this condition, what you will check? Else if is the ARR of I greater than second? Because it might happen na, that if ARR of I, right, if it's not your first, it can be your second, right? So I will check if ARR of I is greater than second. It means that now second will become your ARR of I. Because ARR of I cannot be first, but it cannot be second. It can be second, right? So ARR of I is what? 1. If it's greater than second, second is -1. Yes. So you will update ARR of I in second. That is, here second will become 1. And you will move I forward. I will become 3. Okay. Now, what is your ARR of I? It's 10. And what is first? First is 35. Is ARR of I greater than first? No. So we go to this condition. ARR of I is 10 and second is 1. It's greater, right? So we will update second again. Second will become 10. It will become 10. Now we move forward. I will become now 4. Okay. Now we'll again see. ARR of I is 34. If it's greater than first, first is 35. No. ARR of I is 34. If it's greater than second, which is 10, yes. So we will update again. So this becomes 34. Move I forward. I comes here. 5. Okay. Again we will find. We'll see. ARR of I is 1, which is it greater than the first, which is 35? No. So we go here. If ARR of I is 1, if it's greater than second, which is 34, no. So we'll not do anything. And at last, if you see, in our first variable, we got the first element, so the largest element, and the second we get the second largest, which is 34. Okay, so these are the two conditions which we have to take care of, and our problem will be done. I hope you understood this approach. In this approach, we are traversing each element once, right? So time complexity will become O of n, and space is constant because we're not using any extra data structure. It's just simply variables. Let's quickly see the code. So in the code, right, again we have taken two variables, first and second, initialized with -1. If you remember, we have initially initialized them with -1. Then we traverse and we check whether the element is greater than first. If yes, then you can assign whatever is the second, whatever the first is. Oh, sorry, I missed this statement here in the explanation. Whenever you get an element, right, which is greater than the first, right? So what will happen? So you got an element, right, which is greater than the first. So your first will now become second, because now since this was earlier the largest, now you got a large element which is larger than this, so this becomes the second largest. So in the second, right, you will store the first value for the first, and then you will give ARR of I to first. Okay. Then if this is the case, you will give this. Now, what is this condition? So guys, like let's say, according to this logic, right? Let's say you have this test case 10, 10, 5. So according to above logic, right? Your first will come out to be 10, and your second will also come out to be 10. Yeah, this and this. But ideally, if you remember, we need to get the distinct element. So you will have a condition that if you are updating your second, right, this ARR of I cannot be same as the first element which you currently have. Okay. Whatever you element which you have currently, it cannot be same to that. So here you will have, okay, and the ARR of I should not be equal to first. If it's not equal to first, then you can assign ARR of I to second, and at last you can return second. So I hope you understood the problem and the approach, the logic. If you have any doubts, you can let me know in the comments. If you found the video helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.